The whole world can do banking. And that's what Trump's pissed off about, because he's not even allowed to bank in our country, but we're allowed to bank in his country. And yeah, like, where's our real value? Our five of the 10 largest companies are banks, man. God, it should be the potash companies. It should be the oil companies. It should be, like, we shot ourselves in the foot. And Germany and European countries, like, I haven't been to Europe in 4 or 5 years. I'm almost afraid to go to Europe because I'm probably going to cry if I go to Europe and see what Europe is. Germany's a massively failed experiment, like, of their transition to green. My God, don't.
It does tie into there's been a fear of nationalism and it gets demonized very, very quickly. But I love tying things back to finding parallels between looking at a country as a entity, but also looking at, like, well, what of our family units or our personal lives? And you hear this advice of, like, get your house in order and get your life in order before you try to fix the
clean
world.
Your room.
That you're
Jordan Peterson.
You're in, yeah. If you do not have the capacity to even, like, hold yourself up and go through your daily lives, how do you expect to contribute or save other people? And the same can be said for a country. If you don't have enough nationalistic or enough of a Canada first spirit to make sure people are doing well in Canada, how can you be properly contributing? How can you be saving the world if we can't even save Canadians first?
Oh, there are some people that say, you know, the destruction that was thrown at us is intentional. I get that, right? I mean, because to your point, there's comments that have been made by Trudeau some days where I just go, holy shit. Like, you know what? It's my job as a leader to make sure to sort of overrule Canadians. Sorry that they're starving, but the bigger picture here is we need to save the planet. And I'm the moral compass, and I'll make sure we still save the planet, even though they're starving. Like, he was, like, when you dissect him when he's talking like that, you go, man, you are like, either you're completely brainwashed or you're completely compromised. And there's a bigger, like, I hate, you know, I've talked to you guys about this. I talked to a lot of people. I hate thinking about conspiracies because I'm an engineer, and I know that just doing a compressor station, building, you know, spending $6 million building something is stressful, and I need to coordinate. And I have people that lose sleep over it, and I have to convince them that we'll get through this. So coordinating humans to do something is a lot of work. So when I hear people talk about these weird, huge conspiracies, I don't lose interest, but I'm skeptical. But then I get somebody who will remind me that say, well, yeah, but, you know, one or two people can change the whole room and make, you know, Germany's an example. So
the litmus test is you play the game of, like, okay, if every action seems like it's the inverse of any competent person, then that's not accidental. That's not accidental. That is
statistics.
When you're the only person on the train with a mask and there's 400 other people without a mask, and you say you guys are all wrong, it's a pretty rare occasion where you're correct in that assessment. But I don't like to believe in conspiracy theories. That said, what are we batting on conspiracy theories in this country? Like, we're 9 for 9 right now, and some of the events of the last decade have convinced me.
We have bugs coming in food in Europe now.
Yeah.
So
no, that's a conspiracy. The like, when you say litmus test, James, the test that I like to use is if somebody with a huge platform, like either funded by a media company or some special interest group or some government official, is specifically telling me that I shouldn't be talking about or saying something or listening to people who say certain things, I pretty much know that thing was 100% correct. That's what I go for. If somebody with influence is saying you can't say this, that's probably because it's true.